Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Uh, our future watchers, I definitely gotta say future watchers because I low-key didn't plan on going live today. But while the music was playing, some told me to just uh go live, so it is random. So let me go ahead and send this link out, because now I have to go to YouTube and grab the link and shoot it to a few people, to get some faces in here. Um, it's really just a free room. Oh, right here. What's good?
Yoko nephew, what's going on with you, big?
Everything. So, what I was gonna say, yeah. So, and when that happens, you definitely have to sit back and just be the student. Um, learn what they have going on. Um, hold on, let me send this out. One moment. One moment. One moment. All right, perfect. So, with that being said, there were a few artifacts that were shown. There was a lot of artifacts that were shown, skeletons, all this different stuff, and there was great conversations going on both sides. Had an uncle and a cousin, in contact with them. The thing is, uh, the thing is, when we get to a certain point, uh, in this information, we start to see blends, right? Blends in culture. Peace, what's going on? Please share this link to your Facebook. I want to get some more people in here. Because this bill, again, a free bill, but it's gonna be very valuable. Um, Great information. But uh, I've noticed a trend. And that trend is usually, I'll say maybe it's because Pete, right? But I'm a real trendsetter. So I've always stated that these teachers are gonna be walked back and are to be walked back, because in the historic era, and I talked about historians, um, you only deal with what's written, what's recorded, right? And that can hurt you and a lot of times because what's recorded or who it's recorded by, their intent, all of that matters. Now, someone will say, I'm Creek, and not have any true information about what it actually means to be Creek. No true information on where the name came from, no true information on or town history or anything like that, right? Township, nothing about the family. It's just Iron Creek. Now, the counter to that, and when we dealing with science, is the anthropologists. They actually have their hands in the ground, so they're rooted in the work. When they start to find things that that tend to conflict with what's currently written, uh they get shut down often because while the government or whoever is in control, whatever institution, they can control the pen, but the archaeologists, again, they did the work. So that man alone, just off him simply just off him simply being in the field, he knows a lot more about these people in the Carolinas than someone would, who's simply reading a document, that's been mistranslated throughout history. And that's why I say, you know what? let me sit back and be the student for a while. And again, because a lot of the things that the archaeologists are confirming, and I'll get to the chat piece to everyone in the chat. Those you in the back chat, I'm going to add y'all in real soon. But I'm still sending this message out. Um, I'm still sending this message out to get this link going. So the thing is, when I actually start seeing like, whoa, they confirming shit I've been saying, I have to focus on their work. My work personally is no longer my work, it matters, but the archaeologists, those who are in the field, are the people who need to be studied. Now, back to the tie-in. If someone says, well, I'm Cherokee, that puts you at a specific place, as I always say, at a specific time. And what tends to happen is it gets walked back, but it starts to get confusing. And oftentimes, more often than not, the reason it's confusing for people is because they run their families together. So they can be talking about an auntie or talking about a grandmother, but that grandmother's story is matched with other people's story in her family. So there comes confusion. Or this person may have heard this, and this person may have heard that, and that person may have heard this. So again, that's confusion. But when those people come in and they get the artifacts, and those people come in and they get the bones, that's authority. Those are the authority figures whose works need to be studied. So when I say be the student, it's okay to be the student. I'm not saying go buy a history book. I'm simply saying just submerge yourself in the work that you're doing, especially when we have these giants. Because if new information come out, and new information will come out, what's to stop you from saying, well, that's me? And then if new information come out and you say, well, that's me. And then you asked about your story in the historical era, but it doesn't match what one is walking it back to. Or people hear names and jump on the name, not understanding a lot of these names come from other places. A lot of these names are derogatory. So you have to learn this stuff because you have people out there that's doing the work, and you never know. They may actually need you to.
And you know what, nephew? Don't forget, um, some names was actually taken as a badge of honor for what they did other people.
Of course, and that's what I mean by understanding your story. Because a few years ago, a matter of fact, Reese asked me this question. Um, cause I posted Eagle Joe a while back, and he was like, "Oh, you said Cherokee was a cloaked term." Yes. So you have people that were picking up other people's names, and others that were hiding other people's names. So when the historian is writing, they're writing about a tribe of people who but they don't know the actual, they don't know what's actually going on. So if they come into a people and they say, well, these people are the Chalaki, and you say, well, the people would have said Cherokee, then an Englishman will come in and say, oh, they must be talking about the Cherokees. So what happened in history is you have a group of people. who were renamed by another people, but then said, well, they would have said it this way, not knowing that's not how they would have said it, nor is it their word. Someone else is reading this and then translates it. And now everyone after that are now calling these people Cherokees. But the archaeologists say, wait, hold on. All of these people can't be Cherokees because we could tell by the land, we could tell by the artifacts, we could tell by the foods, we could tell by the change in this or that, we could tell by the bodies or what they ate that these were different phases or different people or these were different settlements that came into a land that was already inhabited. So uh let me send this out one more time. Get a let's see, here we go. So we could open the flow, Pop. You wanna you got something to drop. Let's see, Reese, you in here. If you got any questions or you got something to drop, y'all can actually free y'all mics up. I'm still sending this link out.
Okay, y'all.
Yeah,
Peace.
it's
What's
something
good?
how.
Peace. What's good? Talk to me.
Go ahead, Reach. You got the flow.
Y'all want me to ask a question? Y'all want me to drop something?
Nah, I was just asking if you did. Oh, you was just greeting. Trues,
Yeah.
trues, trues. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Let me try to get this out real quick. Why they not letting me they usually let me send the what's the name with the shit. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. They not letting me send a message with it, so it's gonna be a little off. It's all good. Let me see what I can do. Let me see. Let me see. All right. Boom. Let me get back to it. Open this up. Who is this? Okay, we got Cuz in here. What the player call?
What
Let me
it
see.
do?
Boy, you up, boy?
Man, I'm up here. My brother done woke me up at like 8 o'clock this morning, bro. I've been trying to run him around, but I ain't been able to.
Okay. Hey, you seen the new drop?
What new drop?
Oh man, I'm gonna post it on the screen right now. Let me see if I can pull this up. Check the screen out.
As told by Medicine Man, Red Crane, the legend of the Thunderbird, and the gift of the medicine. Okay. It's already out?
That bit come out soon. I just finished the
Oh,
editing.
okay. That's just the cover. Okay.
Yeah, that's bro got two. That's the cover for book two. So, and then I'm gonna get into
So one is just gonna be the medicine, and the other one gonna be the mythos.
yeah,
Okay, bet.
yeah. So we definitely got to get the work because his shit
So
done,
so
done.
so then that means mine's is gonna you gonna divide my book too?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I just put it in two separate forms, and I got
Now I say you could put it in a couple forms because I got five, bro. You hear me?
yeah, and I'm gonna need candy number two.
Okay,
I'm
I
put her
got you.
yeah, put her in the book.
I got the Land Before Time. I'm gonna actually add that. That's gonna be the first book,
Okay.
and then we got the Land Before Time. What was this shit started double P? But then you got Not So Cherokee. You have the Mississippian Moose Squaw. Uh, the War with the Gentle People. And then yeah, it's a couple of them, but I think it's actually 5 titles I put down. Let me see.
You still doing? Hold on. You still doing the book where it's talking about why they divided up?
Which ones?
Why? Because you just talked about the wars, and we was up here talking about what was it
Oh
3
yeah,
days?
they all of that we talked about, all of those gonna be individual books. That Not So Cherokee gonna talk about that division.
Okay. Okay.
Because I'm gonna start that one off. I'm gonna start that one off in about 1540. That's gonna deal with DeSoto.
Okay.
Uh-oh, I lied. The other one is called, oh, I actually got they title, The Invention of the Creek Nation.
Oh, you doing the invention of the Creek Nation as told by you?
Facts.
Okay, that's lit.
Facts. You know that's gonna be interesting. I gotta talk about who was that third family that watched them cross over.
Hey, we're gonna have to dig into something else too. I saw something. We're gonna have to talk about. I seen some. I don't know where this is dealing at though, but the Beaver Wars.
Yeah, I already know
Okay.
what you're talking about. They bought pelts. That's when them boys, that's Carolina when they were slaughtering them people up there. No, I think that's Bacon. I think that's Bacon. Hold on, let me check. Let me check this out. Hold on, cuz. Let's see. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I'm in the fucking pad. Let me see if it's in here. That's a bit right here. Hold on.
Nephew, I got a question.
Talk to me. Oh, wait. I got it, Mont. I actually found it. Go ahead.
Um,
Then I'll take off
you
on
know,
this.
you know about that ace in the hole that we talk about? We
Yeah.
shouldn't bring that ace. We shouldn't bring that ace in the hole on the show, huh?
Hold on. I can't even hear this, man. Say what?
I think you should bring him here first.
I said dealing with the I'm talking
You hear
about
me?
dealing with the ace. I'm talking about dealing
Oh,
with
that's
the
the
ace in
Great
the hole.
Lakes.
You hear me, Pa?
Yeah,
I think you should bring the ace in the hole here first.
that's Red Crane or Lamont talking.
There's Lamont talking.
Nah, that's Mont.
Oh, that's Mont talking. Um,
I
I'm
only
thinking.
say that. I only say that is because there's 2 other people that need to be on there with us.
Well, the reason why I'm talking about
Both of
not bringing
y'all.
them out yet because I'm thinking about bringing that ace in the hole out after Nail finish his book and then bring him out.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's most strategic.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Because you got stuff. You. Yeah. 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 I get that. That is very strategic.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tell cuz we not gonna do him yet. We go put him on the back burner. So we'll
Learn
probably
from
bring
him.
him.
You feel me? Deal with him. Get to know him. And then
Right.
Hold up. You say what?
Nell said get to know him and feel him out first before we bring him on. But I'm saying bring him on after Nell drop the book.
Yeah. 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 I agree. Now that you say that, bring him on after the book is dropped. That way, we got the book for reference, and and him and his work for reference.
Right.
Hold on, let me
And
move so we can get a better
then you just end up
connection. There we
doing
go.
a comparative. You end up doing a comparative analysis with it.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely doing this thing. But I wanna see how this start to change people. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, I definitely want to see how this information start to change people.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, you should call a segment the questions to ask Anthony. Yeah, yeah.
Say it again.
100 questions to ask her, and his title.
Like, yeah, type shit. Hey, well, like I say, man, it's amazing when it's amazing how things just happen though. It's definitely amazing how things just happen, and especially in that area. But what you asked about the Beaver Wars dealing with the Iroquois, right?
Oh, that's who that's dealing with. I didn't know who it was dealing with. I just seen somebody. I seen it being talked about, so I can't even remember where. But it got brought up.
Okay.
Not by people, but I just was scrolling and read something. I didn't know who it was dealing with or anything like that. So.
Well, I got the it's, like I said, I run it. I ain't have to go on the crib for it, but that bitch basically say the Beaver Wars or the Iroquois and Beaver Wars, 1635, 1684. It says it was an intertribal conflict for control of territory and domination of the fur trade with European colonists. In the 1600s, the five nations of the powerful Iroquois Confederacy fought wars of conquest against more than a score of tribes north and west of their territory, including the Iroquois' traditional enemies, the Huron. Now remember, they were also called the Aligui or the Teligui by the fucking Iroquois, and it's the people from Lake Erie.
Somebody called me.
Uh,
You said they were also called what?
the Lenape was calling them boys Teligui too.
You said it
Oh,
was
okay,
from
okay.
Lake Erie.
Yeah. So let me see. It's the rival among the French, Dutch, and English for control of the fur trade in North America encouraged encouraged intertribal warfare among the Indians. In the late 1600s, the supply of beavers in the east was dwindling, and the Iroquois trade with the Dutch and English was diminishing. This is where the deerskins and duffels come in at, because they stopped using the beaver and start using the deer. So that shit that basically was some shit from the east that was, you feel me, fucking up or starting shit in the west. Let's see. It says the Iroquois looked to the western lands around the Great Lakes, where beavers still flourished. In that region, the French were allied with the Huron in the fur trade, while Jesuit priests established missions and worked to Christianize them. As early as 1635, the Iroquois and Huron came into a conflict as war parties met and fought, and villages on both sides were raided and burned. The conflict mounted as the tribes of the Iroquois Confederacy spread out and invade the Hurons' lands to the north and west. The Huron Jesuit towns and villages were attacked and burned, and those not killed were taken captive. In March 1649, a force of 1,000 Seneca and Mohawk, two tribes of the Iroquois Confederacy, descended on a group of Huron towns east of the Georgian Bay near present-day Toronto, Canada. So yeah, that's basically what that's about. This should definitely go a lot. It's way more detailed, but that's the base of it.
Okay, so that's dealing up north, but still gonna read about it, know a little bit more about it, and just how we did the wallow.
Yeah, definitely. Peace. Welcome to the platform. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat and we'll definitely get to those for you. Let's see what else we got. So,
You said that whole
um,
situation was going up in the north around the Great Lakes and all that, right?
right.
So was that what the Sioux was talking about when they was fighting the Iroquois and the Ojibwe and all of them over there, the rice beds and all the animal pelts and stuff?
Again, the Beaver Wars are dealing with intertribal conflict. So that's dealing with the Iroquois. It's not dealing, the Sioux had wars with them about that, but that war is not dealing.
Yeah, they had a few intertribal wars. The one that was just talked about. We also built on the other day on the Cherokee Wars,
The Cherokee, yeah, facts, facts,
uh,
facts.
and then also um, the Hichiti and the Muspa had their own
Yeah,
outs with each other as well.
yeah. We talked about Wale and Tolamato.
Yep, Wale and Tolamato, uh, De Soto coming up into and warring with Kofa Chickwe.
Facts. That divided the land. Oh, we did the split of the creeks and how they became Seminole,
Yep, yeah,
and
we
how
did
one
that.
group became Seminole. But yeah, so the Sioux, they definitely had wars over pelts and all of that. But specifically reading, we're dealing with the Iroquois. Speaking of Sioux, I definitely want to answer that question that you had asked me when you said, well, um, my peoples were the Sioux and the Catawba spoke Siouan. So would that mean that we're Catawba? Was that the question? I don't want to or if you want to ask the question again, you can, and I answer it here so there can be clarity for everyone, especially those who may not know what's going on with that linguistic category.
I was trying to see which language came before the other one because I seen like they said. I think you said the Catawba has like Siouan mixed in with it, but some other languages.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, go
Number
ahead.
one, Soups, as we know, is a derogatory term, right? So
Yep, meaning enemy.
A cracker got that term and put it on the people who weren't called that at all. That right there should be the first thing somebody look at when they're looking at if these people are the same. That's number one. Number two, Catawba, just like all of the other Siouan peoples, are made up of different groups of people. So when I started speaking on how the Catawba were considering the Yupaha to be their ancestors, some people start saying, well, maybe I'm Catawba or I might be related to the Catawba. You can have no relation to these people and still speak a language that's fairly similar. I hope that answered the question. If it don't, which one came first? Again, Catawba is a colonial baby. It's a mix of different groups of people, some who were suing, some who were not. But all of those people, or a majority of those people, had similar ancestors. So the historical name of these people is the reason that you can't find them in later history. But again, they existed at the same time as the other people existed in the Midwest. It's just some Europeans said, hey, all of them are going to be classified under this language. The same way the Lenape said, all of them are our enemies. So we just go, or the Algonquin speakers, all of them are our enemies. So we just gonna call them the little snakes, as opposed to the big snakes who are the Woodroot or whatever, whatever. So that's how that goes. I hope you get what I'm saying and don't try to tie yourself into the Catawba, because that'll be like trying to tie yourself into the Muskogee or tying back to the Yamasee. It's like those are specific people at a specific time that were doing something that made them. So yes, they have a similar language, or there was a divergence from an earlier language, but they came into form at different times, and rightfully so. A lot of these words mean the same. Lakota, Dakota, same shit, different dialect, different motherfuckers speak. Were all them people the same? They couldn't have been the same, because if they were the same, you already know what I'm gonna say, Reese. Yes, inbred. You feel me? So I hope that's literally the foundation for what's going on. Where did they come from? You want to know? You like to ask? Everybody want to know? They come from the East. But all of them don't come from the same place in the East. Some people that are Lakota today came down from Canada to the Southeast and then left the Southeast and went to the Midwest. And when they left, there are people already in the Southeast that went with them. So this is why the Yuchi say, then the Siouans came over, because the Yuchi were already in an area that low key was uninhabited for because of war. But when the Siouans, right, we're gonna say Siouans, the European term, when these people left the East and came to the West, they became a part of the Yuchi. So this is why you see the Yuchi language, or parts of the Yuchi language, are cognate or even mutually intelligible with so-called Eastern Siouan languages. Now, the the proof of this is again in the Mobilian trade language. So while you studying Lakota, also check out the Mobilian trade, what they call the Mobilian trade jargon, because the Lakota or
Some
groups
Muslims
in
was
that,
mixed in with them too and started helping them with that language, or help make that language.
right. So I've been teaching that, and I actually found it in the book not too long ago, where it gives you different forms and different words that were adopted into that ceremonial language. What happened is when that broke up, the people that were in the West started to take pieces of the language. So it's flipped, as opposed to how Europeans say, well, this is Chickasaw Choctaw. Not understanding those languages in themselves came up out of that language that was put together. They just had a more Hichiti grammar, right? The way their language was set up was more of a Hichiti structure. When the other groups got it, who were originally from the East, they still had their language and they tended to keep their structure, but you start to see the words diverge. So whereas Ta can be dealing with a panther, Ta becomes Tana or Tanu or Tata, Tutu, or somebody will say, well, Ni P, and someone will say, well, Ni P too. It's showing the divergence, but it's also showing they got the same family language. This basically is how they recreated the Proto-Siouan, or they restructured the shit. Because they said, well, it's people in the East, and this is their language. It's people in the West, this is their language. If shit sound the same, they gotta originally come from the West. That's the fuck up. The language originally come from the East, but the people in the West are mixed with so many different groups. It's not even about the people no more. It's about the Union or the Confederacy. That should be, that right there alone is the dagger. You know who your
That's why
people
some of the
is.
Siouan words have like Cherokee words in it.
No such thing. No such thing. The Cherokee language has Siouan words in it.
Oh, it's the other way around.
This is what I'm telling you. When these languages diverge, it became all these other tribal languages that Europeans heard when they pulled up. But most of them literally had the same mother language. That's what confused Europeans. So again, your language was your Confederacy language, was your Union language. That's why you're Lakota. Your people link with that Union and that Confederacy, and they have a language or a dialect of a language that's older than their language. So that's what make you that. Your ceremonies, that's what make you that. You wouldn't be Catawba because your family didn't say, you know what, we are Girora or Shirora. We're gonna link up with the Catawba and we're gonna link up with the Saponi and we're gonna bring our old nation back together under the name that it was once called. If your family wasn't there doing that, then that's those people's story, but they're still a part of what Europeans consider to be Sioux.
I get it, man.
That
Peace,
that
greetings.
language,
What's
that
going on?
language mean everything.
For real, dude. But yeah, that's how that go, bro. It's like it's like it's like it's like okay, it's like telling the Yamasi story, right? When you tell the Yamasi story, you can say the Yamasi, the Yamasi, the Yamasi, the Yamasi. But what you're doing is generalizing some shit that's way more detailed than what the fuck's coming out your mouth or off of your pen. Because the Yamasi were made up of many different nations. Fuck tribes. They were made up of different nations. That's what made them a confederacy as opposed
Right,
to being a union. This
right,
has to make sense to somebody. So with all of these people coming together for the same cause, there had to be a language created, or there had to have been words loaned to each language so there could be some form of understanding. What language was that? It was Yama. The problem with that is when a European pull up and your ass is speaking Yama because you think we doing business, and he's sitting there and right, oh, and they speak a language that's similar to the Yamasi. They must all just fucking be Yamasi. That's what they did with languages like Siouan, or what they consider to be Siouan. That's the same shit they did with Muskogee. Because after a certain point, when the English pull up, they're like, nah, fuck that. Oh, we don't know no Wale. We know the Creeks though. Now we don't know no Wale shit. We know the Yamasi. Wale who? Oh nah, we don't know them folks. We don't know them. So now they don't know you, and they end
and
up
then they
winning the
turned
war. Go ahead, talk to me.
and they turned around and say, "Oh no, we don't know no Yamasi. We know the Creeks."
We what? We don't know the Yamasi. They extinct because they lost the war in Florida, so that was the last of them. But in the same breath, you saying, but you know, some of them went to live amongst the Creeks, and some of them went to live amongst the Seminole, and some of them went into Tampa, and some of them went into Ocala, and you know, some did go to. What the fuck? Cracker shit. The ceremony would have told you who them people were. They linked up with the Yuchi. You have to get around the people to see the ceremony. The key to them being a part of the ceremony is in their name. In the name Lakota. If I told you what that was, and I told you what Cherokee clan came up out of those people originally, it'll blow your mind, man. Hey, what bro say? It'll blow your mind. It,
Stay in tune
it's
for the book.
just,
Stay in tune for
hey,
the
yeah.
book.
Just wait. Just wait. Y'all got about 4-5 months. Just wait. Cause
And that book is not for the public. I'm sorry to tell y'all that book is not for the public.
if I don't know you, you ain't getting it. If you're not if you're not if you're not family, if you're not a friend of the tribe or a real researcher, you will not put your hands on that book. It's 3 books in one, and it's damn near each book. Red Crane wrote 2, Munt got 2. I have 5. I'm gonna condense it to 4, but that's a lot of work that can't go out to everybody. Because I'm telling you, it'll have people claiming shit that they never heard before. Literally. Because the
Like
shit's
they
so
claim it,
deep.
like they claim it shit now.
Oh man, everybody want to be Wale. Everybody want to be Yama or Yamasi. Like that shit be what? Like, do y'all know what that really is? Do you know what that really is? We're talking facts. We're not talking about uh what somebody just said. I'm gonna put this shit in the book. This is the Yamasi. This is the Wale. You have to take an oath to be Yamasi. You have to actually be a part of a ceremony, right? And to be Yamasi is a governing structure. To be Yuchi is to be a priest or to perform ceremony on behalf of that governing structure.
Right.
So if someone asks you, how are you? What makes you Yamasi? How are you Yamasi? You should be able to answer that if you live. If someone say, well, what makes you Wale or what makes you that, you should be able to answer. And when they answer it, don't go run to no book. Don't go run to no book when they tell you, well, what makes me that? Well, shit, my family joined the Confederacy. Our town is, my clan is, my people are, and then you can't find that in no book. But that's what make them Yamasi. What make them Yamasi?
Just like they
If they
had a
say,
person.
go
Just
ahead,
like they
up
had a
partner.
person. Just like they had a person that said it was Potato Clan, but they was like, no, there was no Potato Clan. They was Tobacco Clan. But we know the reason why they said that.
Yeah. And we know the reason. And here's the thing. Saying I'm Wild Potato Clan is crazy as fuck. And when I say, but you claim wild potato, you say, but that don't mean wild potato in the language. I never said it mean wild potato in the language. I'm telling you, you claim wild potato. And the day that I show you why they truly called it tobacco, and I show you truly why you don't know the ceremony, is because your people are those who came into the land, killed the people, and took over the caves. It's gonna hurt. That's just gonna hurt a lot of people. See,
hmm
when I said Cherokee was a cloak term, it made a lot of people mad. When I talked
hmm
about all the evil shit the Cherokee were doing, I lost a
Mm.
lot of students in my class because I'm
Mhm.
Cherokee and listen to what the fuck is being told. So I
Mhm.
started to notice those of us who have the Cherokee story, but that story is actually older, and they always find out Your family became Cherokee. All of the niggas who didn't find that out are those that fell back. They are the motherfuckers that came into the land with the fuck shit. The niggas that got them big ass eyes,
They
them
came from
Cherokee.
where? They came from the west.
Yep. And see, when they came down from that northwest and they came down the way they came down, you find out they start to replace a lot of people. And a lot of people have that replacement DNA. I'll explain it this way. Y'all ever notice the niggas who be mad at the Siberian and be like, you're Siberian, you're not indigenous, you took my tribe. Whole time, them niggas be right. Them niggas was the Asians that came in. And the other Asians that came after them did what they've been doing to them for the longest. What they asked. They already was fleeing persecution in Asia. Genghis Khan got on their ass. And they got over here and started fighting the niggas. And then they people came over here and started fighting them. And then the white cousins came over because you know they're more closer to Eastern Europeans than they even are to Asians. So they daddy came over here. Why do you think that what bro, why do you think tribes like the Iroquois was calling the Europeans father? The Iroquois was considered the grandfather. The Lenape or the Algonquin also are considered grandfather. But they called the white man a daddy. Let's see. You got any questions in here? Nope, no questions. I could just keep it going. Uh let's see. Uh hmm. We could drop a topic. Somebody could drop a topic. I'll probably deal with it. Moonhawk, what's good, cuz? Peace. If you want to come in, let me know. I'll send you the link so you can hop on the panel. Same thing with you too, Omi. If you want to hop in, I'll go ahead and send you the link, sis. Let's see. So topic. Somebody want to drop one in the chat, they can. If anybody got one in the panel they want to build on, we could go ahead and chop it up for another 15 minutes.
And that's why you see people in them acting the same way that they acting because they acting like those who came across to attack the mound builders. You know, they acting the same way as their ancestors did.
Facts. I don't know if Sean in here. I know Sean had a question. He wanted to talk. He asked a question about homophones. So to answer that, I'll say this: homophones. There are many tribes called Cherokee simply because somebody called one people that, and another person or another group of people called another people that. And some Europeans said, "Fuck it, they're all the same." So that's how homophones fucked up tribes or tribal names or got mixed in with tribal names. Or you
That,
deal with some shit. Go ahead, talk to me.
is that the same reason why there's two Blackfoots, the Sisaka and the Sihasapa?
There are three Blackfoots.
There's a third one.
So again, Blackfoot, the word term Blackfoot is English, but you have a confederacy that's built off of something similar, and you have a clan of people or a band of people that got a similar name and they built, you know what I'm saying? They built not too far from it. So yeah, that's English, they got the same name. Even in their languages, they got the same name. In their name, you will notice somebody adopted from the other one. So I hope you caught that, or I hope you catch that in the future. Hell no. All right, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, we still ain't got no drops. Nobody got no questions.
And
Uh,
and
go ahead. Talk to me.
and like when I did the post, because a certain person was like, "Oh, the Yamasi mean they was tame like animals," and I'm like, "Dude, you don't even much know the story. The reason why the moose spy called the blank blank." Called the blank blank Yamasi. You know what I'm saying? He don't know why. If he knew the
Crazy.
story, he would get it. But see, he don't know who the blank blank is. Because I
Yep.
asked him. I asked him. I
Mm-mm-mm.
said, "My chi hapuni hichiti." You know, I said that to him. He never answered, but yeah, he's supposed to be a linguist. Well, why you didn't know what the fuck I said then? Oh, that's right. He
Facts.
looking for things for dictionary and everything. Well, that
Yeah,
dictionary he don't have
yeah.
because he not family.
Yeah, that's crazy. It ain't
Yeah,
just that. It just like, I don't know. It be the Cherokees though. They think they know everybody's story because they be taking from everybody.
right. Oh, how he was so wrong.
They say the Spanish gave y'all the name Yamasi.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Terrible, terrible. Well, shit, I don't have no questions in my chat, so I'm about to hop off. Thought it'd be more lively. But I did come on randomly. Had a lot more viewers last week. But shit, I'll be back on next week. Prepping for what's to come. But I'll just be answering questions that I get throughout the week. Anybody got something else they want to put on or put down, they can. Then I'll drop